Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today is a noob's guide to instant respawn farms. Let's go! Okay, so the instant respawn farms that you actually have in WoW is one of those ones where you kill a low pack of mobs, and once you've done that they will instantly respawn or hyperspawn depending on what actually happens. So that's just a basic summarization of what a instant respawn actually is, but let's actually dive a little bit deeper. Most predominantly, instant respawn farms are usually farms that are linked to some sort of quest, as they need to keep up these packs of mobs in order to actually produce a load of mobs in order for people to actually kill to do the quest, basically. So this can be taken, for instance, as the most in Draenor, as there is a sumptuous fur farm which is able to be done easily with a monk. Now this is the one in Nagrand, and what you'll be doing is killing cleft hoofs. These drop a mass amount of sumptuous fur, and you can basically go AFK and loot the sumptuous fur. You can pretty much just watch Netflix and just sit there with your orbs going around you, just blowing up all of these cleft hoofs, and every minute or so just press your Looterang button, as Looterangs are able to be used in Draenor. This will gain a lot of gold relatively fast with very little effort. This is the basic premise of a instant respawn farm. You sit there and you basically kill a pack of mobs and they instantly respawn. So you kill one, another one spawns somewhere else. Or in this case, they are so tightly packed together you are able to pull them in with a monk statue and keep burning them down infinitely and pretty much be able to go AFK. There is difference between infinite respawn farm, a basic infinite respawn farm where you have to run around and keep killing them in a circle or like a little patch where they actually are, and these will respawn in randomized different places. So other ones are purely AFK ones where you can pretty much just sit your character there, gain an ox statue or something that can pull them in, and then burst them down with AoE and then gain a lot of gold with that. Now, infinite respawn farms are relatively easy to do. They don't require a lot of work. This is why a lot of lazy gold farmers actually do them. So the best characters for doing infinite respawn farms are either a monk for number one. A monk is pretty much the bread and butter of doing an infinite respawn farm, as they use their ox statue and their orbs to actually do the AoE damage. The ox statue is to pull all of the mobs in, and then the AoE orb that floats around the monk is able to destroy them. The next one on my list would be the druid with their Sunfire move, as this produces an AoE effect which can be used at long range in order to actually destroy loads of mobs simultaneously, and this is really easy to do. I would recommend that you use your druid if you do not have a monk with an ox statue or at the required level, or in order to actually take out the certain packs of mobs for different types of farms that you're actually trying to do. But I do recommend that the infinite respawn farms are one of the best ways for actually making gold if you are a lazy gold farmer. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a lazy gold farmer. I prefer to do lazy gold farms most of the time, mainly for the fact that it doesn't require a lot of work and I still get a decent amount of gold just by doing that. Now, what type of instant respawn farms can you actually have? Now, you do have ones like battle pet ones, which is most notably known as the Crimson Whelpling farm in the wetlands. This is actually based in the northeast of the map of the wetlands, and there are a load of dragonlings and orcs actually fighting in that middle. If you actually place an ox statue in that area, and all you have to do is just keep pressing side to side, the mobs, so your character is actually running side to side, you are able to take out a load of mobs relatively easily. This provides you with the Crimson Whelpling if you actually keep at it. If you do get bored and you're not getting results, then this RNG farm is not for you. You do obtain a few bits of minor transmog, which you can actually sell on the auction house for a somewhat okay amount of gold. Nothing major, but it will pull you in a little bit of gold over time. That brings me into my next one, and that is a material farm, which we actually covered just at the beginning of this video, which is the Sumptuous Fur Farm in Nagrand. Now, the Nagrand one is relatively easy to do as well, and most instant respawn farms, I would like to say, are rather easy to do. I would recommend that if you are doing this one, you only take a monk or an arcane mage. You can use a druid for this, but I would recommend that you bring a monk, or if failing that, you create a class trial of a monk, which you can use and be able to just completely burn loads of mobs down. Now, the last type of instant respawn farm is in Darkshore, and this is located at the very bottom of the map in the bottom left hand corner, and you are able to actually use an ox statue or use your druid's sunfire to actually burn down a load of these mobs. They don't drop anything major when it comes to materials or battle pets, but it does have the chance of dropping loads of higher, like medium end transmog, which then you can sell on the auction house. Most of the Darkshore transmog that you actually can get hold of sells for a reasonable amount of gold, and it does not take that long to even sell. I would recommend that you use a monk, of course, but if you are failing that, either a mage, warlock or druid in that case. If you have a warrior, then I would recommend that you have some sort of speed boost, as you can try and run around as much as possible and kill them, but they're tightly compact in this area, so it shouldn't be that hard for even a warrior to even do for this farm. Now, the transmog instant respawn farms are relatively easy to do. They produce you with a lot of green items which bulk out your auction house. And with that being said, you are able to actually pull in a lot of long-term gold as long as you keep posting that transmog on the auction house. The material ones I find sell the fastest, but are at the most cheapest of costs. So if you are looking for some quick AFK gold or lazy man's gold, then I would recommend doing a material farm such as the Sumptuous Fur instant respawn farm for quick and easy gold. Unfortunately, you wouldn't get as much as if you were doing the battle pet or the transmog farm, but I would recommend this if you do want to make quick gold and not long-term gold. The highest long-term gold is obviously the transmog ones, and if you are searching for kind of like a medium-ish one, then it's the battle pet. The battle pet one is for one of those ones where you don't mind doing it, like you get the Crimson Whelp and you just keep posting it on the auction house till it sells, because Crimson Whelp farm actually produces you with a lot of materials as well with this. This is notably one of the best farms that I still really do love, because it drops you transmog materials and the battle pet if you are lucky. Now obviously I can't guarantee that you're going to get a Crimson Whelpling on this farm because it is all thrown up to RNGesus. So you may want to pray to RNGesus or maybe Thrall, and then he'll probably give you a load of Crimson Whelplings. But that being the case, guys, that is a noob's guide to the instant respawn farm. Have a lovely rest of the day. Now I hope you like this video, and if you want to see more like this, please feel free to give this video a like, and as always, have an awesome day, guys.
Yeah.